here's a little recap of our weekend. This was Memorial Day weekend, so we had an extra day with my husband at home, which is always a blessing. And we planned on going for a walk, so I thought, hey, let's start breakfast before we go, so then when we get back, it'll be ready. And this is one of my favorite things to make if I have bread that's starting to get, crusty and old. I'll just rip it up and kind of make just a little French toast casserole. It's super simple. I don't really follow a recipe, I just kind of follow the French toast recipe and go from there. This was actually our first time taking this dog, Windsor, on a walk. And I know that may sound bad, but I mean, we live in the country. He's literally running around outside all day, swimming in the creek. He gets tons of exercise. But the reason we haven't, or we didn't previously, because we wanted to wait till he got fixed, and he did earlier this year, just in case we didn't want him to run off anywhere. And we also don't have the best neighbors with dogs. We've had quite a few times where our neighbors' dogs have wandered into our yard and they're not the friendliest. So we just took precaution and now we go the opposite direction walking, which kind of stinks having to have someone else dictate where you walk, but we just want to be safe. So he was very amped up, as you can tell. But after a little bit, he settled down and he had fun, and so did our other dog. So we've been working on multiple projects since basically all the snow melted. My husband has been working on this playset. He literally got all the boards for it for free, so he hasn't really put any money into it, just having the time to do it. Our grass has been growing like crazy. And of course, I ran over something and got a flat tire the other day, but my husband got it up and working again.
Well, I'm just playing in the mud. I'm working though, Bubba.
How did you ready now? How did about you? What you?
Well, you know what? That's such a fake laugh. We were feeling bad for the chickens. As you can tell, there's zero grass for them. And I forgot, we have this little green fencing and our fence posts from when we got married. So we are gonna do a very simple little chicken fence. I'm gonna cut in a hole, and if we like it, I'm gonna do it so we can actually rotate it in 3 different spots. And yeah, we're gonna try it. Okay, honey.
So we had some really warm weather earlier this May, even ending of April, but now it's been back to the 60s. Welcome to Wisconsin. We also planted our garden We normally do plant it every single Memorial Day weekend. I think one weekend was after, but otherwise it just seems like the best weekend to do it since we have that extra day. We were in this video. We didn't get the tomatoes, peppers, and a couple other plants that I was getting from my grandma. So we left space for those, but we are getting those to plant this week, along with potatoes. There's like 4 things that we just didn't get yet. This is also our first time using these galvanized raised beds. We didn't have too much luck with a few plants last year due to a lot of rain in the early summer. So we thought maybe we could try to avoid that issue if we do get a lot of rain with these beds. So far, they seem to be holding up, especially after putting all the soil in. You know, they didn't bow out or anything. So I will definitely let you guys know later on this summer how we end up liking these. It's kind of funny too. My husband and I were talking like, oh, it should only take about an hour for us to get the garden planted since we don't have all the plants yet. And well, you know, if you're a parent with 2 boys, that's just not always the case. Um, we had to take, I think, 3 full breaks. We had to break for lunch, just getting bored in the garden area, even though we brought toys and everything for them to play with. But you know how it is. So it turned into like an all day thing, but it was fun. We love to do as much as we can together as a family. And yeah, it was just super amazing, beautiful weather this weekend to do it. It was a little cool, like I said earlier about the weather, but I know this summer's going to be heating up. Well, we are out of gas for the lawnmower, so Eli and I are going to run and get gas, and my husband might try to lay down Sawyer. And this was our Monday evening walk, which brought our extra long weekend to an end, but I will be uploading our garden videos, so stay tuned for that.